G'day, my name's Mignanelli. I'm a third generation dairy farmer, 19 years old, and proud as punch to be supplying Fleurieu milk. So on this dairy, it's myself, my mother, my father, and my grandparents sort of do what they can. They're not doing a lot nowadays, but I'm doing 98% of the work, but that's all right. Grandparents come over in 1952 from Italy. I think grow peas, potatoes, and then I think in 1960 was when the dairy started. About 60 years, roughly, that the dairy's been running. Sort of changed over years. We had a 6-cow walk-through. We're getting close to 30 years now. We built the, well, I didn't know, I wasn't around, but we built the herringbone dairy at either side and been milking that ever since. We probably farm on around about 490 acres. But the grandparents, I think, are proud as punch to see that the farm's going to continue. I mean, they've been doing it all their life. They've worked really, really hard. Well, no one's worked as hard as they have to. From this dairy farm, they've done all sorts of things. Knowing that the farm will continue beyond their life, I think they're proud as punch. From the get-go, I walked outside one day and thought, oh geez, this has to be done. Didn't know how the hell to do it, but I figured it out. I've made mistakes and learnt from them, and that's sort of how I've gained the knowledge I have, I guess. I think experience is key. That's the best way to learn. We've previously supplied lions, lion dairy and drinks, 50 years and 4 months that we've supplied them. And I guess my goal is to keep the dairy running and to supply Fleurieu for at least another 50. Hopefully it'll be more than that. Hopefully it'll be onward and upward. And when Fleurieu sort of gave us the opportunity, I thought, bloody hell, this is a good company to be supplying local, like I get a real buzz out of that. So the total number of cows we've got in the dairy herd is around 170. We're milking around 130. Well, on average at the moment we're doing about 3,500 litres a day, which makes around 1 million litres a year. My goal was to sort of, hopefully one day pull it up to 1.5 million. That'd be a goal. So a typical day, you're up at around 3:30 in the morning, feed the calves, milk the cows, I'll feed out the hay, silage, and then it's sort of, you try and have breakfast if you've got time, and then it's on to, you know, whatever the day turns out to be. I like to think that I've developed a relationship with every individual cow in here. If you observe their behaviours, you'll get a better understanding of what's going on, you'll know how to treat them. And even working with them, like, they're 10 times better to work with than bloody people. They do what they're supposed to, they don't intend to make trouble. If they're doing something wrong, there's always a good reason behind it. Lots of people can't see it, but I like to believe I can. I'm very much the learner at this point in time still. One day I'd like to be the teacher, I guess, and try and inspire other young people to sort of get into it. I just hope one day that I can sort of encourage young lads and lasses to chase their goals, I guess. You only get one life. You know, I'm not going to get a buzz out of cows averaging 13 litres, they've got to be doing over 20. So in 12 months to gain, you know, more than 10 litres, that's pretty good effort from a young fella. And hopefully of this video, it'll sort of go out in the socials and young lasses line up for me, and if not, then in a couple of years I'll have to go and farm once a wife and hit your misso that way. Knowing where your milk goes, everyone asks you, oh, what milk do we buy? Being able to supply Fleurieu, now I can tell everyone, buy Fleurieu milk. You know, buy the yogurt, buy the milk, buy the iced coffee. It's all around, it's a win-win.